Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to go ahead and do a gameplay review on ShardBound. This is a game that just opened back up. It was open a while ago. They closed it down for development to continue the development process. They just opened it up actually yesterday for a limited beta playtest, I guess you could call it. So I wanted to go ahead and jump in there and play it and give you a review, give you my thoughts on the game, and give you an idea if you didn't have a chance to get into the beta in case they close it again. Like I said, they're classifying it as a limited beta. So that's why I wanted to go out here and try it and really get you my thoughts. So we're going to go ahead in this video and cover the game itself, talking about a little bit of the background, tell you what kind of game it is. Then we'll go ahead and jump into the limited beta and actually show you the gameplay itself. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and give you my opinion, my thoughts on the game itself, my personal thoughts. And then you can go ahead and decide if it's a game that you want to go ahead and test out. It is free to play as part of the beta goes, so if it's still available by the time you're watching this, you can go ahead to their website and check it out, see if you can go ahead and jump into the beta. And then we'll go ahead, again, talk about my thoughts and if I'd continue to play it once it launches. But before we jump into the video, please take a quick look at this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word for it. Just make sure it's right for your situation. Now that we have that out of the way, we'll go ahead and kick it off like we always do with a little bit of background around the game. I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check out their website. We'll briefly talk about it before we jump into the game, but you can also go ahead and go to www.shardbound.com to go ahead and check it out if you don't want to click on the link. It is for the Immutable Blockchain. It is a card battle turn-based RPG. There's a lot of different words to describe. It's a combination of a bunch. I would call it more of it gives you a feel for the TCG, the trading card style games, because you do get cards as you're in the game itself that give you the different troops. But it's also turn-based because it actually shows like an RPG turn-based where they're battling, similar to what Final Fantasy used to be. So it's a combination of the two. I call it an RPG TCG turn-based game. That's the genre is a little out there. But you could call it a number of different things, and I've seen it called a number of different things online as I was doing some of the research. It is on Epic, so it is a client-based game, so you will have to download it, but at least it comes from Epic, so it gives it some legitimacy there. It is not mobile-friendly, at least not as of right now, and as I mentioned, the launch phase is limited beta, so I don't know how long it's going to be out there, and I'm assuming it doesn't include everything that the final launch is going to include. Plus, it's beta, so things are going to go ahead and change, so be aware of that. And the beta is free to play. Again, I don't know if the launched version is going to be free to play. They haven't really given a lot of those descriptions yet. But if you want to go ahead and test this out, you can. And it is PvP. Obviously, the turn-based battle TCG style is always PvP. But you have the option to go ahead against what they're calling bots, which is PvE, or you can go ahead against other players. They do give you that option, either or. So you can go ahead and we'll show you that once we get into the game itself. Jumping over to the website, this is the website. If you want to go ahead and play, you can go ahead and click on that. It'll take you to the Epic and give you some details. You do have to sign up and give them your email address. So you can go ahead and check that out. They do have some of the lore, the latest news that goes along with it. I'm not going to dive too far into that because I do want to jump into the game and show you more of the game itself. But you can see the card aspects. And the different I guess paths you can weave, the different types of main characters or the leaders, commanders of your troops. You can go ahead and check that out. You actually start with, I believe it's this guy right here, the Land Shapers. You start with him when you're going through the initial tutorial, and then when you complete that, you get, I think it's the Steel Singers. So we'll go ahead and talk about that once we're actually in the game itself. You can go to their Discord, check it out. I'll also have a link to their Discord in the description down below with a link to their website. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into the game so I can show you the actual gameplay itself. All right, we are in here at the game. So you'll go ahead and see this is what you normally see going into. You actually may see the tutorial before you get to this page, if I remember correctly. You go through, it's essentially a 4-step tutorial that shows you the game mechanics. I've already gone through that, and I'm going to show you a battle in here. Just give you the lay of the land. Up here, it shows you what deck you're currently using. It shows you your valor. It shows you, remember how I mentioned you have a choice between doing PvE or PvP. You can go ahead and select that, where if you turn it off, it only does PvP. It never goes to the bots. It's a little bit of a longer waiting time. Or you can go ahead and click that on, and it'll essentially go first. If there's someone that's available from a PvP perspective, it'll pull them first. If there's not, and it's a longer wait time, they'll go ahead and do a bot that'll go ahead and play against you. You have a number of things on the side here. You have the card collections that basically shows your inventory. As I mentioned, there's a number of different factions, I guess you could call them. You do start off with this guy, as I mentioned, and then once you get through there, you go ahead and earn her. So you can kind of pick the faction that you want to play. For today, for this video, I'm just going to use this one. I don't know if it's necessarily the best, but it's the one that I've been playing with a little bit. You can go ahead, and if you scroll down, you see the different characters that you have. You can go ahead and test out. You earn the characters as you're going through and playing. There are different rarities of the characters. You can go ahead and upgrade characters themselves. So we're going to go ahead and just upgrade this Rock Crusher just to show you what it looks like. We'll go ahead and select the extra copies that we have here, because you need additional copies. And then we'll go ahead and, for the cost of 500, we'll go ahead and upgrade this guy to a half a star. If we want to go ahead and upgrade him again, we need some more half stars, but that gives him a little bit of a bonus. If we go ahead back to the collection, and you scroll down and you actually click on, where'd he go? There he is. If you actually click on him, it's going to show you get different bonuses as you go up. You can go all the way up to the 3 full stars. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want to go ahead and dive really into it and find out the different mechanics of each of these. But we have that there, so we're going to go ahead and click back. The next is the shop itself. Every time I log in, it does highlight them. So sometimes you get a free item, like I was able to get a free card here. And sometimes, as you can see, I earned a little bit. You can go ahead and spend it and get some additional cards as you're going through. And if you do 50, you get an epic plus no matter what. So you can go ahead and dig through the store, the bot matchup, if you want to go ahead and jump right into that. My standings, I've only done one battle outside of the tutorial. Again, trying to at least understand the game before we jump into these gameplay reviews, but not go too far into it that I'm too committed. So I can give you my initial review, initial thoughts of the game, the options, and the quit. And then over here, you have quests as you're going through and completing different things. You'll get finish different of these quests. You have daily quests, you have weekly quests, and period quests, and then you get rewards from those, which helps you level up. And as you level up, there is essentially a battle pass. You have the free version. As you can see, I grabbed these, which gives you a bunch of cards and some different tokens. But if you go ahead for the premium, you get a whole bunch of rewards if you decide to go that route. So there we go. Gave you the lay of the land. Now let's go ahead and dive into the game itself, and I can show you some of that. As I mentioned, the tutorial will show you a lot of it. We're going to go ahead and use this army, basically the Earth people. We'll go ahead and click on play, and it's going to go ahead and try and find us a match. And it looks like most likely we are playing against a bot. So we pop up, we're going to be down here. This is us, and this is who we're playing against. And then it's essentially a turn-based. So these are the cards that I'm going to go ahead and get right away. You have, if you look at here, this is how much energy it's going to cost to get them out there. This is their attack power, the 4 and the 2 here, and then their health, shows their health and their shield. And this guy in the middle gives you a bonus to whoever you attach them to. And again, it costs 2 energy. You start with 1 energy when you get started here. So let's go ahead and confirm that we want to keep those. And then we have 1 energy, and every time your turn goes, you get an extra energy to spend on there. This is who I'm competing against up here. It's essentially my same character, just looks a little bit different. And I have the same armor that's on me. Actually, do I? Yes, I do. So we'll go ahead, and you can see that there's these little gems that are going to give you extra energy. So it's my turn, so I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy. So we'll go ahead and drag over. As you can see, it's turn-based. And then every single time you'll be able to put out new cards depending on your limit and also how much energy you have. So I'm done. I can't do anything else. Actually, maybe, yeah, I can't do it. We'll pull this guy out. Go ahead and pull him out. All you have to do is pull, drag. He's 2 energy. I have 2 energy here. I just spent them, and now he's live, and I can actually go ahead. If I was picked a better spot, I could actually go ahead and shoot him, but I didn't pick a very good spot because there is a line of vision, which we'll go through in the tutorial, to be able to shoot. So we'll actually go ahead and we'll leave him here for right now. And we'll end our turn, which will allow him to go up on the top here. And he actually went ahead and threw someone right in there. The rock here that attacked, he's coming running up, grabbing that energy cell that we just got also. So he has 1 energy to use, and now he gave it back to us as far as our turn goes. We have 2 energy here. I don't think I'm close enough to go ahead and use it on here. Nope, there's no valid targets. So I'm going to go with him first. I don't think I can attack, so we'll go ahead and take this guy out first. Have both of them attack and wait for him to come down. And I'll go ahead and actually pull one of my pebbles up here and go ahead and attack that and take that energy actually from him, because I know he was going to want that energy. And you can see as I did that, there's a glowing thing here, which we'll try and probably get the next go around. But right now we are out of energy that we can use, and we'll go ahead and end turn and let him go. You can see I got another energy there. That popped up. This is actually a pretty cool thing that gives you a little bit of a boost, that are victory points essentially. So you do want to try and get those, even if you basically, that's what you want to go after. He's going to try and attack me, or he's coming over to get this. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm actually going to try and go ahead and get this here. So we'll pull this one out here. I have 5 to use. We'll pull this guy out. Let me see. He's got that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use it on this to try and get the victory points. He's going to try and get the victory points. We're just kind of holding on to those, and I'll go ahead and attack him. So we only have 1 more. So he's all out of shield. I could have went after him. You kind of have to balance. You kind of have to balance the victory points and keeping your main commander alive. May not have been the right choice because he's going to go ahead and attack me. And pull up another one and attack. There we go. He's trying to get those also, the victory points. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably attack this guy. He's trying to take my victory points. So you just kind of keep going back and forth to try and attack and get your victory points. There you go. I got 2 victory points up here. He's got 0. So we will go ahead and I can go ahead and strip mine, which will pull out a boulder. I'm probably going to go after him. No, we'll pull another guy out here. So we'll pull him out here. We're trying to take out these victories. Actually, we'll go after him, take him out. Have these guys take him out. Or at least get him closer to taking out so we can get some more of those victory points. And then continue going through that way and try and protect my commander as much as possible, by also trying to get these victory points that we're trying to collect. I probably should have used one of these bonuses, but I forgot. So he's going to go ahead and attack. At the end of this, I'll get some victory points, and he just got an extra energy cell, which is fine. I don't necessarily see that, but now we got a new victory one over there. So we're going to have to go ahead and try and get that as possible. So I can actually shoot that from a distance to grab one of those. We're going to go ahead and attack him. Trying to get him down a little bit. I'm going to try and keep him safe. We're going to go ahead and pull up. I've hit my max units. Duh. I was trying to figure out why that wasn't working. So I did hit my max units. We're going to go ahead and upgrade one of these guys just so I can use some of this. If you take a look down here at the bottom, you'll see I have 3 out of 3, so I can't actually put any more units in there. So I'm going to save him. I'm actually going to use these energies just to kind of upgrade and use so I can at least have these guys a little bit stronger when he comes in and attacks again. So I'm going to keep going after this as much as possible. He's going to try and go after 2 of these. He's probably going to have all these guys attack them just to get the energy points back on his side, which I get. It's not energy points, the victory points, I should say. There we go. He got another energy. And then we'll just have to keep going through that process to try and get these victory points and fight through it from a turn-based. So what I may do is I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this just from a video perspective, and then we'll go ahead and show you at the end how the results all worked out. If you saw, I had a fast forward, I had some music playing, so hopefully that worked out for you. But you saw I got enough victory points to go ahead and close it out, which allowed me to win. It would have been different if I would have taken him out. I would have won also. So there's two ways to win: victory points and taking out the other commander. But I was able to win that one. As you can see, it was turn based. So we'll go ahead and just show you how it clicks through here as far as your rewards go. You get a bunch of rewards, it gets you help with the ranking a little bit, and also with the going through the quests. As you can see, I was able to complete another quest from the week. So you claim the quest, gives me some more XP, which will allow this to go up a little bit further. I was not able to get another reward, but you just go keep playing through that, keep trying different things, testing out the different types of setups that you enjoy to play, and just going through that process and the quests and so forth. So as far as what is my opinion on the game, I kind of like it. I know I'm not the biggest fan, and I've said this in the past, of TCG trading card style games. This kind of gives the action with it too. It gives you the RPGs-ish. We'll say the turn-based, the battle. So it's not just you're putting card against card. You're actually doing, there's more strategy to it as far as moving your players around. You can block them. You can go ahead and go after these different things. There's just a lot more strategy. I don't want to say a lot more strategy to it because I know TCG games have a lot more strategy. It has a lot more visual strategy on my perspective, just my personal opinion. Will I play it again? We'll try it again. We'll keep playing it. Play a little bit more on the beta. Once it's launched, go ahead and check that out and see how much it expands. It's definitely something that I'm going to keep on my radar. As of right now, it may not be my top game because I got a lot of games that I'm interested in. But it's definitely interesting. It's definitely something I'm going to keep an eye on. Let me know down in the comments below. Is it something that you will be interested in? Are you going to test out the beta? What are your thoughts on the game overall? And I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.